like being feminine as a woman is kind of under attack, wanting to be taken care of, wanting to live a simple life, wanting to just rest and relax and be creative and look pretty is becoming under attack. It's me, Amarijasz. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining cottagecore. Who is she? Why do I know her? Why do I keep hearing her through the grapevine, hearing her on TikTok, seeing her vibe and her essence on everyone's Instagram page? Why is she constantly on my FYP? I'm going to be explaining that. So if you're interested, keep watching me. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and stick around to find out more. Okay, so like I said, cottagecore is another evaporation aesthetic that's been coming out on TikTok and on Instagram. We're slowly starting to see a shift in all the girlies' wardrobe. We're starting to see more florals. We're starting to see more beautiful fluffy dresses. We're just seeing so much more femininity on everyone's and social media accounts, basically. So I'm here to basically just explain what it is, give you some ideas of how you can emulate that and why it has become so popular. And yeah, so basically, what is cottagecore? Cottagecore is simply just, and I'm gonna put it in the most basic words, it is basically just the romanticization of the country farm housewife. That is just for a dumb answer. Okay, yeah, so basically it's just a romanticization of being a farm housewife essentially, but it is a little bit more, it is a little bit more deeper than that. For me, I would say it's kind of just a sub, which is all of these new trends of style. It's just a subcategory of soft life, just soft life interpreted as if I am living on a cottage, if I am living on a farm. And sometimes the whole fairy core and coquette can kind of be intertwined together with cottagecore, and essentially just being feminine, just being really beautiful, just being really feminine, looking like you're on a farm, looking like you spend your spare time gardening, sitting by a tree, reading, meditating, making sweet tea. And yeah, a cottagecore girl may listen to Lana Del Rey, but so does the coquette girls. She's just a little bit more, I feel like cottagecore is just like a Southern Belle twist on coquette. And I feel like coquette is more, I am French, I am more mi amor, I am classy, I am so chic, but I am the youngest daughter, you know. And cottagecore is more like, I am the wife, I am the 22-year-old wife of a farmer, of a welding man, of a blue-collar man. That's what cottagecore essence is. And I feel like it's like so popular. I feel like it's so popular on TikTok. And not, I mean, I kind of see some people doing cottagecore on Instagram, but Instagram is more raw, like the kawaii / coquette girls go. And cottagecore is basically cottagecore on TikTok is basically their domain. That's where they roam. That's where they do their spinning around videos and all of those type of things. And I feel like it's become so popular because so many women are just, you know, embracing their femininity. I feel like being feminine as a woman is kind of under attack, wanting to be taken care of, wanting to live a simple life, wanting to just rest and relax and be creative and look pretty is becoming under attack. It's like men are trying to take that away from us. It's like everyone is coming for our necks. Everyone is trying to brainwash us into being the corporate baddie and being this woman who takes care of the children and also works. Like everyone wants women to just be this super woman nonstop. They don't want to see a woman really in her purpose and her era. That is no. And I feel like that's why you see a lot of these young girls just embracing cottagecore. You know, they see their mom stressing out, they see their sister having to work 2-3 jobs and this and be hard and be feminine and be this and this. Like, no, let me just be a woman, let me just be feminine, let me just be pretty and sit by the trees and play in my garden all day. What's wrong with that? If I'm not meant to work, I'm not meant to do that, why should it be a problem? So yeah, I feel like that's why it's so much popularity with cottagecore on TikTok and people embracing it. And me personally, I feel like I've low-key been a victim of cottagecore, but I'm more so coquette. I'm more bows and ballet core and soft pinks. I'm less patterns, and I feel like cottagecore is more of just like patterns and prints and ruffles. Patterns, prints, ruffles, and being outside and being embraced in nature, but with the feminine edge. And coquette is more so just not that. We're not outside, we're in our freshly covered white linen bed with a duvet. That's from Paris. But I feel like we have had some like influencers, but I haven't really seen like one person start this whole thing. I've seen like dibs and dabs, people doing it. I haven't really seen like a pioneer. I feel like it's been like a thing that everyone kind of just all got into at the same time. It hasn't, from my perspective, seen like a pioneer person or someone that started this whole popularity, because cottagecore is not something new. We've seen this in old films in the 20s when it wasn't cottagecore, it was just what an ideal woman looked like. You know, she was cleaning up, she was putting clothes on the linen in a nice beautiful dress, and her hair was in an updo, and she spoke with a hi, how are you? You know, she spoke hi. That was, it wasn't cottagecore, it was just what they expected women to be like. And then from then, women have just gone all different types of ways. But yeah, for next thing I want to talk about is some brands that may kind of like embody cottagecore. I feel like a lot of people who do cottagecore, a lot of it is thrifted. A lot of it is thrifted, but I feel like maybe possibly the only brand that I feel like really may get you right with the cottagecore would have to be like Rumway. But cottagecore, kawaii, and coquette is like a thin line. Kawaii is like can sometimes bleed over into coquette, and coquette can kind of bleed over into cottagecore. And I feel like that's why some people prefer shopping at the bin, shopping at the thrift store, or Depop. I feel like you will find a lot of good cottagecore pieces and cottagecore looks on Depop versus in trying to go to any one store or any one boutique. I feel like the bins will do you good and Depop will do you good because there's so many things that you can kind of grab and take. And I feel like the whole look of cottagecore is kind of like vintage, but like a 60s feminine twist on it. And I feel like a lot of like regular brands haven't really picked up a lot on the whole cottagecore. I feel like they just now picking up on Y2K, and it's about to be out the window, but they haven't really picked up on cottagecore. And cottagecore is still pretty much a niche thing. So I feel like if you want to start embodying cottagecore, go to the bins and go to Depop. And I feel like so general basic, I'm gonna give like some concept of what cottage, how you can basically start emulating that into your wardrobe. You're going to need some prints, and the prints is obviously the prints that I'm wearing, but a lot of like flower prints and pastels will do you good. So pastel greens, pastel blues, whites, soft baby pinks. So no really vibrant colors, more colors that look like they have the sun shining on them. That's basically the colors that you can use. And everything, like if you're wearing a skirt or something, always just try to make sure it's like, because I've kind of noticed with a lot of the But yeah, so I feel like a lot of the silhouettes of the cottagecore is kind of like tight and boobs out, basically tight and boobs out and fitted at the top, but maybe like some ruffles like this or like some accent, but it's really just like tight at the front and kind of like flowy at the bottom, kind of like how the OG Disney princesses look, just tight in the front, boobs out basically, and then flat in the middle and just out at the bottom and flowy and long. I feel like Midi can do it, but I feel like Maxi would do justice. So if you have like a tight fitted, so I feel like a white top with a nice flowy pattern dress or pastel pink with a really cute headband with flowy wavy hair. Wavy hair is going to sit you right. Wavy hair and just like big bombshell hairs, or hairs that or hair that like stops at your shoulder and it's like bombshell. So a nice brunette, a nice, not even, I feel like more brown. So if you're going to do coquette, try to lean to more like browns and blondes, or yeah, browns and blondes and bombshell blonde curls, or just curly hair in general. And make sure you always got a headband, have a lot of beautiful accessories, rock pearls to death, and you're gonna have your cottage core aesthetic in the back. But overall, my personal opinion of cottagecore is I love it. I think it's so beautiful and so feminine, and I love to see women embracing their femininity. Like I said, I feel like femininity is under attack, especially for women to be feminine, and I just love women's rebelling against that in a beautiful, classy way. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and I'll see you next time.